Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy these videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you all so very much for 25,000 of you. Insane. Now we begin with this lovely chart. What a way to celebrate. It is the XRP versus BTC on the 4-hourly has broken out. Now let's get excited, but let's not jump to conclusions just yet, because there's quite a few things roaming around at the moment over the last couple of hours that are not factual. So it is exciting. I'm not going to jump to conclusions just yet. However, there are rumors at the moment that an SEC versus Ripple settlement could be happening within the next 12 to 24 hours. Now, this comes after Ripple scores another win as the judge denies the SEC access to companies' legal advice. Now, big news, very big news, and yet another positive news for Ripple. Now, in typical Ripple fashion, it would be, iconic, to have good news and the price drops 40%, it seems that, no matter what type of positive news happens, the price drops. But however, I think this one here is going to be very important, and already we've seen a massive price action take place. And this comes because the SEC wanted access to internal communication and it's been denied. And so, as reported, the SEC senior trial attorney Johnny Tentera claimed that it would be game over for Ripple if it chose not to follow its lawyer's legal advice during a May 21 telephonic conference on the matter. Now, I think what has happened here since December 23 is that time after time again, the SEC have fallen short. And this one here, I think this one's going to hurt them. And it's going to hurt them real bad. And there is so much on the line. I mean, from a legal perspective, from a holding the brand perspective, from having the ability to go after future cryptocurrency projects, that there is so much riding on the line here. And I think that a settlement, as I've been saying from day one, I think a settlement is the only way for the SEC to save face, because I think if they do decide to be stubborn and go all the way, I think it would be a glorious Ripple win. And it would hurt and damage the brand of the SEC. Not that this hasn't already, but I think it would take it to another level of damaging the brand. Now, I think what's happening here is quite interesting at the moment. And so it's a very big talking point. I think there's this massive candle that has occurred is a very strong sign. And I think, the time has come. And of course, this has been years and years in the making. And I know that there are some of you waiting for the end of May 31st to say to me, oh, well, we didn't quite get to $3.30 like you said we would. And I think it's going to be really interesting when it's not $3.30 that occurs, but it's like $4.70 that happens. And if the Serpent happens to be late on it, I'll tell you one thing. Throughout the month of May, I've made 8 important critical calls for people to come in at the right entry point. And you know what? Whether it's to be making the right calls when it comes to entry points, or whether it's to make the right call on take profit, I'll make the right call on entry point every single time, because I'm happy to wait a little bit on the take profit. But don't forget what the Serpent has done for you when it comes to entry points. Of course, take profit would have liked to have seen it happen today. If it doesn't happen today, which is still not out of the question, because if this settlement does come through today, then we probably will see that 330 arrive in the next 24 hours. But, I think entry points are way more important in the big scheme of things, and especially if you believe in the project. I mean, if you bought the project because you thought it was going to go to 330 tomorrow, then you might get disappointed. But patience is the number one tool that we have in this game. And so let's see what happens. It's not over till the fat lady sings. And I don't think the fat lady has sung just yet. I think the next 12 hours could be really interesting. So I think it is breaking, obviously, and I think, $1.07, $1.08, it will be coming, maybe even by the time this video has gone live, who knows. And I think what's really fascinating about all this is that there's still some people out there on socials that talk about Dogecoin and Ripple having a similar path. Now, look, I don't know why this happens, but you couldn't find 2 projects that are more further away from each other. And I mean, look, Is there any truth to this? Could this be happening? I mean, it might be just a coincidence, but Doge and Ripple are two completely different worlds. And I know that when it comes to drawings, I mean, we can draw them however we want, in whichever shapes, sizes, and directions we want, and we can make justifications of how they're similar. But of course, it is a formation forming, and I think wave number 3 is arriving. And I think wave number 3 will take us a little bit beyond 3. It will take us to 330, 350. Perhaps even we might touch a 4 before it slows down, comes back into mid 2s, maybe even high 2s, and then it kicks off again and runs it for its next run. So really, really, really fascinating stuff, and it's really incredible to watch the community kick in. And like straight away, as soon as the price started to move, the entire XRP community on social media just absolutely exploded. And like something like this as well, which I think is really, really relevant and something to be discussed, is that the settlement of the SEC versus Ripple case will be the launch pad, which does catapult the whole crypto market. I 100% agree with this statement, and it is going to be a revolution. And I do believe that the digital blockchain gold rush is yet to happen. I think we're still far, far, far away from when mass adoption kicks in into blockchain. There is so much uncertainty, so much different opinions happening out there in the marketplace right now. But I think it's going to be absolutely legendary, because this particular case is not just about XRP. It's not just Ripple winning when Ripple wins. It's the entire industry winning, and that's what's important. And that is what, we are the early adapters. You watching this right now, you are an early adapter to crypto. In 2023 is mass adoption. Right now, if you go speak to 100 people right now about Ripple, Ripple and cryptocurrency, you're lucky to get 20 maybe that know what you're talking about. Maybe 30, 35 know even how to open up an account and all that. We are so early in the phase of mass adoption of the crypto world. And so I congratulate you for being an early adapter. And I think this case, and once it settles or won, is going to be legendary for the entire industry. And if you haven't realized already, I'm excited. Let's jump into Atani. Let's see what the charts are telling us. All right, so we're on the daily. And I remember yesterday I was speaking about this and how important the daily chart was. And what I'm finding here is that the blue and the orange on the MACD are about to cross over into a bullish segment. So I think we got plenty more to come here. And it's going to be really exciting. Like this particular bull run, once we cross over this line and kick things off in a big way, I think it's going to be really exciting. Now, if we check the hourly, check this out. I mean, on the hourly, it has literally broken out, and it's even gone out of the Bollinger Band. And this is we've been waiting for this, right? But this is so exciting to watch, so exciting to see happen and take place. Look at that volume that has come through. That green line right there. Oh, so good to see. Now, if we switch over to the 4-hourly chart, we can see again out of the Bollinger into the bullish segment. Well, don't worry about RSIs at the moment, because I think during a bull run and during massive trading volume occurring, that's it can cloud your judgment a little bit. But the MACD has crossed over into a bullish segment, and I think if we cross over now to the 12-hour, the 12-hour has just broken out into a bullish segment as well. So I think we can expect a lot of volume come through over the next 24 hours. Exactly how much of this volume will drive the price and where are we going to go to over the next 24 hours? It is at the moment still very hard to predict, because there is this thing lingering around. Could there be a settlement occurring over the next 24 hours, and what would that do to the price? More importantly, what would that do to the entire industry? I think the entire industry will be set alight. And there are rumors of Apple coming into crypto in a very big way. And I just think we are, we've gone through the pain of May, and we are really ready to kick off and prove to the naysayers that the bull run is far from over. Okay, so one thing that I want to point out, looking at the charts, on the weekly and on the daily as well, is that you see that blue line. That blue line is the timing dependent on the SEC case. But once we have that clarity, that's literally the line. And XRP versus BTC chart on the weekly, to make that sort of move and that sort of price action, it is going to be an explosion, literally an explosion of price action, which is going to be so exciting to watch. So what we're looking at right now is breaking that 110, breaking the 130, and breaking that resistance. That resistance is strong, and so that is literally what we're looking for right now. So we got to break this up. Breaking that resistance will be very, very critical, very important. And then from here, that's probably the kind of movement that I'm looking to see. And this is very, very exciting, because I think that the amount of traction that is going to be generated, the amount of volume that is going to be generated, through the sales volume, I think we will touch well above 4 and then come back and retrace. But I think this sort of movement is the movement that I am looking for, and I am truly excited to be part of your journey and be part of your cryptocurrency journey. And I know that it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I've been researching this, and I do this every single day, and I am excited for what is to come. Now, if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I cannot wait to come back tomorrow, and let's see how much of this, how big the news, all these news that are coming out will impact the price, and where are we going to be in June. I cannot wait to be with you. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. 25,000 is an absolute incredible number. Would have never dreamed it in a million years. And I look forward to see you tomorrow.